Most of you watching this right now know or have heard of a prominent Kenyan human rights activist by the name of Shakira Wafula. This is what Shakira Wafula tweeted on 7th of May 2026. And this tweet ilileta shida kubwa sana. If you look at the engagements it has had, nearly 500,000 people have seen this tweet. Over 400 people have quoted it and thousands have replied to it. Why is this tweet problematic? This tweet is problematic because Shakira Wafula has been in the front lines of saying Ruto must go. Shakira Wafula has been in the front lines akipiga kelele akisema reject finance bill. And when she is doing all these things, sawa, the target is President Ruto. So now when she wakes up and posts that tweet, what exactly does she mean? And the sad reality of this tweet, of this opinion that she put across, is that kuna mtu mmoja who is always insulting Kenyans kwa kuwaambia hiyo ndio agenda, muko na agenda gani? And listen to this. This was on 8th of May in Nyahururu. This is what President Ruto had to say.
Mimi nataka niwaulize, kama wangekuwa wana kazi, si wangekuwa wametuambia kazi yao ni gani? Na watakuja hapa, hakuna kitu watawaambia. Hawajui kupanga barabara, hawajui kupanga affordable housing, hawajui kupanga kilimo. Watakuja waambie Kasongo one term must go, finish. Sasa hiyo Kasongo one term must go inaweza kubadilisha maisha yako wewe mungwana? Wacheni bwana, wasitubebe ufala. Watu waambie agenda yao, watu waambie mpango yao. Na watu wa Nyahururu, mimi nasimama hapa na miguu miwili kuwaambia musikubali watu ambao hawana mpango, hawana agenda, hawana sera.
President Ruto needs to be out of office by at least August 2027, and if possible, before that, using constitutional means. So, when someone with the profile yenye Shakira Wafula ako nayo, akiamka asubuhi, atoe opinion which looks like it has been endorsed by President Ruto, it becomes extremely problematic. And I have struggled so much with recording this episode because I do not want anyone out there to look at me and think that I am trying to dox Shakira. Shakira has played a very, very important role in the resistance movement against President Ruto. Shakira Wafula amekuwa the face of the resistance against this government. Shakira Wafula has been on the streets, and Shakira Wafula has fought for the third liberation of the Republic of Kenya. And now watu wameanza kuuliza maswali. And this is very concerning because the questions that people are asking and the things that people are saying, if you go, for those who are on Twitter, if you go onto that tweet and you look at the replies and the quotes, and I will share the link to that tweet, you will realize that there is a very big problem and Kenyans are questioning, has Shakira Wafula been compromised? Kenyans know, Wakenya tunajua how President Ruto moves. Rais Ruto moves kwa njia mbili. If you have watched ile Netflix show ya Pablo Escobar, plata or plomo. Plata is silver, which is money. Plomo is lead, which is bullets. So, the question here is, je, Shakira Wafula amekula silver ya Ruto? That is the question in Kenyans' minds. And yes, everyone is entitled to an opinion. Everyone is entitled to question. Everything in this Republic of Kenya, that is the freedom that the Constitution of Kenya 2010 gives us. But when you have the profile of someone like Shakira Wafula, you have to be extremely careful with what you want to pass across, because it is very easy for people to put 1+1 and say that, hey, yani hii movement, wale watu wote ambao tumekuwa tukiwategemea, wale watu wote ambao tukiwatazama watuongoze tufike hiyo Canaan yenye baba alikuwa anatupromise, wananunuliwa. It is a very scary time, especially because President Ruto is now operating like a wounded animal. He is cornered. Everywhere he goes, President Ruto, watu wanamchukia, wananchi wa Kenya wamemchoka na hawamtaki. The only thing he's left with right now is to either use extreme violence and extreme force, or he is going to start buying those powerful voices in the Kenyan society which have led resistance against him. Like I have said earlier, I want to be extremely careful with my choice of words, because I do not want to insinuate in any way ya kwamba our sister Shakira eti amelipwa na Ruto, amenunuliwa na sasa hivi ameingia kwa team ya hao watu wanaosema tutam. I want to be extremely careful. But at the same time, I have taken time to digest that question, to digest that opinion, and to understand Shakira Wafula alikuwa anamaanisha nini when she sent out that tweet. For the sake of the love of the Republic of Kenya, for the sake of the agenda that is Ruto must go, for the sake of the agenda that is one term, for the sake of the agenda that we must get a new president in office at the end of August 2027, what I am requesting all Kenyans to do is to come together, is to work together. Adui ni mmoja. We only have one enemy today in the Republic of Kenya, and that enemy is called William Kipchirchir Samoei Arap Ruto. And all of us must join hands, and we must do everything to make sure that he's out of office when August 2027 comes. Doesn't matter whether ni ODM linda mwananchi, ODM linda ground. For as long as you are saying Ruto must go and you are saying one term, that is the agenda. For as long as unaamka asubuhi, sawa, and you dedicate all your efforts to making sure that whether it's registering people as voters, whether it's making sure that your neighbors are getting IDs so that they can register as voters, whether it's making sure that umeamka saa 10 asubuhi kuamsha ndugu jamaa na marafiki wakapige kura. Whatever it is you do every day to make sure that the agenda is one term, the agenda is Ruto must go. Let us pull together. So my sister Shakira, I come to you with utmost humility. Na nakuomba tafadhali. Understand Kenyans, we are angry. Damu zinachemka. But at the same time, be extremely careful with how you are putting across your opinions, especially ikiwa inahusu agenda ya one term na Ruto must go. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing. Asanteni sana. This is your Jomba Mwabili Mwagodi, and I will see you on the next one.